Bomberman, he's a TV with a body that can make destructive weapons from his hands. I don't understand how he manages advantages and damages without constructing plans. He's got gumball fists, which he uses to throw bombs with a twist. He gives birth to bombs, just 1 or 2 or 4, he drops them all. Not to be confused with the Mega Man Bomb Man, one has guts and the other has guts man. Both like to burst blue people in the face. Sorry, Dr. Wily, but your bot takes second place. White Bomber's face is as expressive as a comic. If you make him mad, his anger will be atomic. Tossing his destruction all the way from here to there. Navigating planets by the sky, sea, land, hair. No, I didn't leave you out, Louie, you are the best. You're green with fluffy ears. You've helped me in this quest. You might explode with cute, but what a tragedy. Just wait right here for me as I fight these enemies. Half spider, cyclops, cyborg, spinning top, cat with a whip and a laugh that will never stop, bird whose cholesterol's a sine wave going strong, wind up, catfish, bionicle gone wrong. Don't forget the penguin and 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 the penguin. Did you forget? The penguin and the penguin and the penguin and the penguin and the penguin. No, I didn't leave you out, Louie, you are the best. You're green with fluffy ears. You've helped me in this quest. You might explode with cute, but what a tragedy. Just wait right here for me as I fight these enemies. Bomberman, 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 Bomberman. Hi guys, I'm John Bro, and welcome back to Let's Play Bomberman Hero. If you want to know the strategy for the last 2 boss rooms that I just showed off, first one, just move up and down. You can probably see from the video just what the strategy is. Second one, I don't have a strategy. I'm sorry. I just don't. Just play it until you win. Which is what I did for Bagular here, Mr. Baggy Beard. But, this isn't a live recording. It was going to be, and I just... this boss, I don't like it. You're very persistent to have played this for literally over an hour to defeat me. You think you can defeat me? Me? I did it once, and I'm probably never going to do it again. You can never win. No, he has a right to win as many times as he so desires, unfortunately. That's the duty of a video game villain. They can win infinity times, and all you have to do is win once, and it's always harder for you. So you're at a great advantage and a great disadvantage. You have to be lucky to beat this within the time limit. Like, this boss is fun. It's not a bad boss if you're just beating it normally, just to beat the game, but if you're going for a 5 out of 5 rank, it is terrible. It is very poorly designed, because there's so much random number generation. Because there's a chance that whenever he does that rainbow teleporty thing, then he might keep teleporting near where you are, and then as a result he'll just teleport and teleport and teleport and teleport, and you can't hit him until he's done. And he could do that for, I don't know, 8 seconds, 9 seconds. That wastes a lot of time. But then he turns into a Rainbow Starburst PowerPoint image and breaks all of his equipment for no reason. Turns into a helicopter television set. Telecopter. Oh yeah, and before we go further, I wanted to point out that this arena, the texture on it, makes me think of the purple orb things that you collect in Space Station Silicon Valley, which is a game that I haven't played in years. I don't know if it's still good, but it makes me think of that. This is another phase of the 3-phase boss fight that relies almost entirely on random number generation, except this time it's not really so much about how it screws you over with invincibility frames and the enemy's animation. It's just that only one of the 3 helicopters in the air is hitable at any given time, and you have to guess which one it is every time you hit it. So I guess the only real strategy is to come in with 3 or 4 firepower bombs and just wait for them to bunch together and hopefully hit them all at once, but they don't always do that, so... Also, he has a B on his forehead. He must be Burglar. Burglar! Yeah, this looks more like a final boss phase than the other things did. I don't even consider that second phase to be a boss phase. It doesn't behave like a boss. It can barely hurt you. Even the electricity is kinda... It doesn't have a very good damage box. It's very small. This final phase, I actually think this phase is kind of fun. It doesn't rely entirely on randomness like the other ones do. My only real gripe with it is that the hitbox that damages you of the tank in the middle, it's a little bit bigger than you would expect. And I guess the damage box on the laser is kind of big too. But aside from that, it's, you know, it feels more like a final boss. It feels like you have to avoid things, you have to pay attention to a whole lot of different details, and it's fun. I like it. However, beating this boss with 1,000 points left, which is the requirement for getting a 5 out of 5 rank, it relies way too much on unpredictable factors. And those unpredictable factors just break the game, I think, in a way. But, yeah. Still, this is one of the few complaints that I have about the game. I really like a whole lot of aspects of this game. It's just this one boss fight. I spent over an hour on it, and I did it! Finally. But it was not fun. Also, sorry about those white box lines that have been on the edges of the screen for most of the Let's Play. I mean, I can't really do much with that, because that's kind of how the game is. Oh, he gave us Gift of Bombs! Hooray! I could use these. Except they're active. You know, you could have not lit those before? Okay. Well, thanks for the gift, Baggy Pants. And with a tremendous explosion, all of the debris careens through the solar system, and many lives were lost throughout all of the different planets that we've been through. And everyone died, but that's okay, because we beat the game, and that's all that matters. Everyone is happy. And one of the fun things that I think about this ending bit is that with the Garridan star defeated, and it looks broken like that, it stays broken like that even after you come back after beating the game, which I think is a nice touch. You can come back and it's still battered piece of mess. Also, why is the badge that we have a picture of the Primus star, or the Primus star, or whatever it is? I don't really understand. That's not our home planet. I don't think that's where most of the problems were. I envy you, says the robot who should not have emotions. Why are you making the anime face? Why are you making the anime face, Princess Million? I mean, it almost makes sense for Bomberman to have the heart face, although he should probably get that checked, because people's eyes aren't really supposed to turn into hearts, and it would be especially bad if their hearts turned into eyes, but I've never understood that face. Why do people make that face? No, nobody makes that face. Nobody makes the face where your eyes are closed and you're smiling like that in the middle of a conversation. Or anywhere, for that matter. But yeah, now we have a whole lot of Bombermen. I didn't know they were in the game, but they are in the game. There are plenty of Bombermen. Including the blue bomber on the right, and the top, and the bottom, and the left, and I think they're discriminating against the bomber people because I think there are less blue ones than anyone else. Although, no, I think actually there might be 5 of every color. Yes, I spent some time counting that, and that's a really underwhelming final screen, just with a cardboard cutout of a hill in the background. But at least the credits are a little bit more rewarding, somehow. The image of Planet Bomber is nice and relaxing. And this song in particular is called Milky. I don't get the name, but it's a great song. It's so jazzy, it's so smooth. But not quite Smooth McGroove, it's just smooth. Oh. Yeah, so even with my heavy complaints about that final boss, this is a game that I enjoyed a whole lot as a kid, and a game that I still enjoy quite greatly. It's a pretty generic game, and it does have like, lots of little flaws. I think the controls really don't have to be precise, but I kind of wish that they were a little bit more precise, even though I think they feel pretty good to play. One of the complaints that I don't understand is that people wish that this game had a multiplayer mode, but this game clearly was not designed for a multiplayer mode like other Bomberman games were. So I think adding a multiplayer mode to a game like this would be kind of like trying to add a multiplayer mode to Super Mario 64, which they did in Mario 64 DS, but nobody I know likes the multiplayer in that game. I mean, if you do, then I don't mean to offend, just, it wasn't, I don't know. It clearly was not designed for multiplayer, and I think that it could have been way better if the whole game was designed around it, but never mind, I don't even know what I'm rambling about anymore. But yeah, there's the Bomberman team in the credits. There always has to be a team whenever there's a franchise of any kind. Like, I think there's a Zelda team, there's a Super Mario Club, now there's a Bomberman team, there's probably, well, there is a Sonic team, duh. The song is, like, jazzy, and it's also futuristic. It's great touch. Thank you, Hudson Soft, for presented this game. But that's not all. Oh! After getting a 5 out of 5 rank on every stage in the game, you get to unlock a new world, the Gothic Star, the true final area of the game. I've never played or even seen Gothic Star. I've seen very small bits and pieces of it, but I know pretty much nothing about it. Like, until I reached this area, I didn't even know that it had 3 levels. But it has 3 levels. So the traditional levels in the game, I guess, aren't really over. So let's see what this is. Bagular, you fool! You lost again. Oh, that's a terrible picture of Garridan. It's Evil Bomber's turn. What an inspired name. Oh, wow. Oh, wow! Okay. Well, I probably should have come in here with better equipment. But at least there appears to be... No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, goodness. Well, this is certainly something. Oh, you can hit those. Okay. Well, that's something. Oh, and by the way, while I'm sitting here and I'm just being fascinated by all this stuff that I haven't seen before, I guess this would be a pretty decent time to explain a few things that I haven't talked about before. Whenever you die, or just anytime you lose a life, then you also lose 1 point of explosive firepower for your bombs, which is a little, I don't know. I understand that as a punishment, as a method of punishment for not doing well in a stage, like I just did, but it's not really going to affect me because I didn't really have much I didn't have any firepower, but I don't like that in boss fights. I wish that they kind of got rid of that mechanic, or that penalty in boss fights. It seems kind of unnecessary, and it just makes it less convenient for certain bosses to go back through with higher firepower. And then also, if you get a game over, then you lose your bomb upgrades and your health upgrades, which I might as well remind everyone that to get a health upgrade, to get 1 more health point in your maximum health points, then you just collect 200 gems. And you lose them all if you die or if you start the game over, so I don't really think it's worth it. And I could do that for like these final areas of the game to make them a little bit easier, because I'm sure that they won't be easy, but are you gonna... Oh boy, what do I do here? That was something. Okay, well, yeah, I could do that, but I've played so much of the game already with just 4 health points that I don't really feel like doing that. I'm gonna go all the way! So we got a blue beam here. We got a lot of enemies that were impossible to beat in the second level of the game, but are now possible because we have sky bombs, I guess? Is that how it works? Oh, snap. This is just... so much is going on here. Oh, I'm gonna get more of those guys. I greatly appreciate you, FO. More like O-F... Okay. Oh boy. There's just so many of these, aren't there? I guess that's probably the end of the stage. Can I... Ooh. Are these gonna give us our last points? Probably not. I mean, I'm guessing... No, I'm not gonna hit that all the way, am I? No, I'm not. Oh, there's more to the stage. That looked like the end of the stage. You can't blame me for thinking that was the end of the stage. Is this the end of the stage? That's the end of the stage. Okay, so I didn't get all the points. I'm not sure if getting all the points matters now, but... I don't know, I think I'll try that again later. What's Inner Road like? Oh, so it's another regular level. This one's interesting. This one, for some reason, reminds me of like a much lighter version of one of the last levels in Bomberman 64, which I also have not beaten, and frankly I don't think it's as fun as Bomberman Hero, but yeah, that's just my opinion. It really doesn't look anything like the level that I'm describing, but we got our very futuristic backdrop here, and we've got prehistoric rocks. Just a bunch of boulders everywhere. This seems like a mix of worlds. So it's kind of nice. I mean, this looks a lot more like the first world of the game than it does a final world, to me at least. Maybe this was a rejected first level, and they just decided to keep it and make it harder. Oh boy, that's not what I expected at all. I mean, I did sort of expect it, but I didn't expect it at the same time. It's very clear what those things do. Well, I mean, because we've seen them before. And because I went through the first level of the game over and over and over again, grinding for bomb power-ups to beat that stupid final boss. Okay, so we've wrapped around, we've gotten all that stuff. I wonder if it's possible to beat those boulders at the beginning. Because I'm not gonna waste too much time trying to find out, but... Okay, we got our monkeys here, we got our fancy... What would these... Oh, I almost killed myself trying to show what I was talking about. Oh, and yeah, more hoverboard monkeys. This level just has everything, doesn't it? I mean, I've only mentioned 2 things that it has, but it has everything! Hush, you don't know. Okay. It's really weird playing a game that you've played for so long and then finding parts that you've never seen before. Because that happened to me with Ebe, also, which is an RPG Maker horror game. Oh, I missed 500 points somewhere. Crap. Well, I'm gonna have to play both of these levels again and find out what I was missing. But that's probably enough for now, isn't it? No, I'll do them again right now. Alright, that was much better. I finally realized those things that go up and down, they're just meant to block your bombs. They don't actually hurt you, I don't think. Unless you hit them from the side, probably, but I didn't find out, so... yeah. Alright, this must be what I missed up here. Because this does not look familiar to me. Yeah, there's another one of these things. Oh, that's totally what I missed. There's a lot of stuff there. Time to go back and get the rest. Yep. Sweet. Those are really fun levels. I mean, the first one, you kind of have to slow down a lot if you want to get as many points as you can, but that's still, I don't know, they're both fun. I quite enjoyed them. And so next time we will see the finale, and also some bonus stuff. See you guys then, and thank you for watching.